Hi there. So this is a video on f2l, and this is intuitive f2l, meaning you have to figure out how to put these pieces in more or less on your own. There are no algorithms required to do this, but I'll go over a couple things you need to know. So first, this is an f2l pair. It consists of the edge and the corner, and it's very easy to put these in. It only requires 3 moves. As you see, if the pair is like this, if you bring up this side and that pair is still there, then this would pair up, and then this would make a block right here. But unfortunately, when you bring this side up, it pushes this edge back, so it won't make a block. So how do we get this pair to be over here? Well, what we can do is move the pair out of the way before we bring this piece up, and then we can slide the pair into this block. Now that creates the block, and finally all you have to do is resolve your cross. Now, the pair can also be facing to the left or the other way, and in this case, you just do the inverse of what I just did. So in this case, if you look, if you move this piece up, it splits up the pair, so it doesn't work. But if you move this piece up, then the pair would be here if the pair didn't move. So in that case, from this way, you can just move the pair out of the way, then bring this side up, and then put the pair in. The other type of case you can get is this type of case. So basically, when you insert an edge the normal way, you do RUR or LUL like this, or like this, to put it in. Well, you're going to do the same thing, but in this case, you're going to put the edge in a spot so that when you do RUR, it connects these two together like this, and it'll put them in. And same thing on the other side. If your piece is like this, then you're going to want to put the edge in a place so that when you do the LUL insert, it will also connect that edge. So now I'm going to tell you how to do that, how to move this edge into a spot where you'll be able to pair it up. So there are a couple steps to do this, and the first step is to make sure both pieces are in the top layer. So in this case, both of these pieces are not in the top layer, so to take them out, you can simply take them out like that, or however you want to. There's really no specific way in how to take them out. But now you see both pieces are in the top. So after you know both pieces are in the top layer, you have to look at the corner. And the corner can be in one of two situations. The first situation, that it's either facing left or right, which means it's on one of the sides. The other situation is that the corner is facing straight up. This is the case we're going to go over first. So when the corner is facing straight up, you want to see where the edge is and align it with its centerpiece. So once it's aligned with its centerpiece, you want to move the edge away from the slot it needs to go into by doing either an L or an R move, depending. So here would be L. We're going to be doing an L move to move it away from the slot. So here's the slot, and we're going to move the edge away from it. So it's going to end up here, like that. Next, you want to find the corner piece and move it to be right above the edge piece. So here's the edge piece. So we're going to do U moves to move the corner right above the edge. After that, we can resolve the cross, and now you have your pair. Now you can insert this like I showed in the beginning. So in this case, let's see, if I move this piece up, this piece won't stay the same. But if I move this piece up, this piece would connect with that one. So in that case, this is the piece I want to move up. So I'm going to move this bar out of the way, then move the piece up, and then I can slide the bar in and move back down. Let's do the same case. So here, white's up, facing up, and this time the edge aligns with red. So when edge aligns with red, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to move it away from the slot. So here's the slot, and you're going to move it away from the slot. After that, it's the same step. You move the edge on top, or you move the corner on top of the edge like this, and then you can move the cross back into its place. Here you have your pair, and you can insert it the normal way. So as I said before, you move this side up because that's where this piece would connect to. So then move it out of the way, and then move this piece up and slide this in like that. Another way to think of this is just an inverse sexy move. So like that. And then if it's facing this side, then you can do a lefty inverse sexy move like this. Okay, so if white is not facing up, that means it's facing one of the sides. So there's a simple trick you can use to do this. So after you have both of your pieces in the top layer, which is always going to be the first step, and you see that the white is not facing up, then you want to do this. So depending on what side white is facing, let's say, so here white is facing this side, you want to look at these 4 edge pieces. These are the 4 spots the edge could be. And if white's on this side, you want to make a parallel line to it on top of the edges. So right here. So that means that the edge can either go here or here. Now, if white was on this side, parallel line would mean that the edge could go here or here. So in this case, the edge needs to go here or here. And how do you figure out where it goes? Well, if the 2 tops are not the same color, then they need to go opposite each other. If the 2 tops are the same color, so in this case, if they're both blue, then they would go next to each other. So in this case, since they're not the same color, they need to go opposite each other. And how do I move this piece over here? So what you can do is hide the corner piece, and then you're free to move the edge all around as much as you want. So how do you hide the corner piece? There's a simple trick, and you look at the white sticker. So when you look at the white sticker, you want to do either a U move or a U prime move. So, and you want to do this move so that you can still see white. So if you do a U move, you can't see white anymore, it's in the back. But if you do a U prime move, you can still see white. Once you have this, once you have it like this, you want to bring this slot into the top layer and move this piece the same way we would if the edge was here and white was facing up, like this. So now this piece is in the top layer and this piece is hidden. That gives me the room to move the top wherever I want to. So in this case, I see that white's on this side, so that means my edge can go here or here. And since the 2 are opposite, or since the 2 are not the same color, it needs to go opposite. So this edge needs to come here. So after I hide my corner piece, I can move my edge over here like that, and then unhide my corner piece. Now you have this pair, which I showed in the beginning. So you can insert that just like you'd insert a corner, like that. Now the only other case you might be able to get is when the 2 tops are the same color. In this case, if you use the trick, white's on this side, so that means the edge needs to go here or here. Then since they're the same color, the edge needs to come here. So the edge can come here if you hide the corner piece and then move the edge there. So once again, you can use that hide the corner trick by either doing a U prime or a U move, so you can still see white. So in this case, if I do a U prime move, white's gone, it's in the back. But if I do a U move, I can still see white. So then I can hide it by bringing the empty slot up that we're trying to put the pieces in. And I can then move this edge to where it needs to go. So in this case, it needs to go here. And then I can resolve my cross, which will bring these 2 together. So after that, you can do a simple insert, which I showed in the beginning. So the only other thing that could happen is that the 2 could be paired together, but not in the right way. So in a case like this, you want to split these 2 pieces apart before you go ahead. So it doesn't matter if the corner is facing up or anything. Before you do anything, you want to split these 2 pieces apart. So you can do that once again by hiding the corner while keeping the edge on top. So when they're split together this way, it's not as simple as just looking so you can still see the white piece and hiding it. It really just depends on where the edge is. So if I move it this way and hide the corner, it also hides the edge, so it doesn't work. But if I move it this way and hide the corner, you can move the edge. So then once the edge is moved, you can bring the corner back, and then you'll have one of the other cases. So in this case, white's here, so the edge needs to go in one of these 2 spots, here or here. And since the tops are the same, it needs to come here. So I can now use my trick to hide the corner piece. So I'm going to do a U move so I can still see white. Then I can hide that edge, or that corner. And then I'll move the edge so that it's next to the corner piece. And after that, they're paired together, so you can do that normal insert. That's all you need to know for f2l.